Good morning from Bellingham, Washington in the lovely Pacific Northwest. I have a couple of notes here that I'm looking at. That's why I'm wearing my reading glasses to share with you concerning haptics or touch in counseling. And I was saying this to one of you the other day, and I thought I should make a video so that other people can get this information. Touch is not all that common in counseling, and yet it's not all that rare. And for the purpose of your video this week, the main thing to pay attention to is, are you watching your client? Take your cues from your client. You can't know their culture from looking at them. You can't know what they're comfortable with, even if you knew their culture or their ethnicity or their religious background. Each person is an individual and unique, so watch your client. If they look like they're going to reach for your hand, then take their hand. If they look like they're going to give you a hug, then give them one back. That's basically how you need to handle it. So if at the beginning of your video you show the seat and greet portion, which is where you come into the room, you hear a knock on the door, and you come into the room and say, take either seat. That you've done the proxemics part. And if they do reach for your hand and you take it, then you've done that. Or if they don't, then you've also shown appropriate use or lack of use of haptics, touch. Couple of things. There are three kinds of touch that I had learned about over the time that I'm counseling, and I wanted to share them with you. There's three. There's father touches, mother touches, and air touching. So in any case, the air touching is always appropriate. I think always is a good word, but rare to say. Probably most often appropriate. How's that? The father touches are things that we do in celebration that are like, yeah, a fist pump or a high five or, a shoulder grip, like holding somebody's shoulder firmly. Those are encouraging, cheering, kind of seen as father touches, kind of strong. The other kinds of touches, mother touches, are more gentle. They're more nurturing, like placing a hand gently on an arm or patting a hand or obviously a hug. Those are mother touches. Those are seen as more nurturing. An arm around somebody's shoulder is a mother touch. But in any case, not knowing whether or not your client is comfortable being touched, air touches can work. So, yes, that's great. Excellent. Okay, so that's a high five in the air without touching. There are ways to do, father touches where you're just excited, and you kind of do that physical demonstration of cheering someone on. Then the mother touches, we talk with our hands, and a lot of times talking with our hands is a way of air touching. And so it's, oh, really? Oh, my gosh. And if I'm putting my hands together, it's almost like I'm saying to you, I'm giving you a hug. Of course, there's air hugs like that, but I don't know that you need to do that in a session. But if it's natural to you, then do it. I've seen people for whom it's very natural. Anyway, that's the way to use touch in a session. And I just thought I'd add a little bit to this week's discussion. Thank you so much for your attention in class. I hope you're enjoying it. I certainly am. Have a great week.